Hi, I'm Annie Brenner, the Worm Lady, and I'm going to bathe a little friend of ours and show you how to bathe a small bearded dragon and how to begin the socialization process. It's really crucial that it be started from when they're very, very young. So if you'll camera down, you'll see this little guy cowering in the corner. He's a very timid little guy. You never approach from above. You approach from the side and you talk to them. And you touch him, and then you gently but firmly pick him up. You can hold like that, the thumb and the two forefingers, so that he feels secure. And then let him learn to be patient in your hand. And then stroke a little bit here and there so that he gets used to it. You see his eyes are closed? We don't know whether he's shutting out the world and wishing it was all going away, or whether he's actually liking it. I think he's liking it because he's not fighting. And he's relaxed. You see, he's no longer big and flattened. And he's not bearding anybody. He's quite relaxed. Now I'm going to hold him securely with the one finger while stroking him. And I'll take him over to the bath, to the kitchen where he's going to have his bath. You can see as the light changes and as the voices change, the echoes in the room, he gets a little nervous. So I'm holding him firmly, and I'm going to start the water running very gently. I prefer to do this so that they get accustomed to all of the noises associated with having a bath. And when they're this little, they get very skittish when their little claws can't attach to anything in the tub. So I'll always put a little towel in the bottom, something for them to hang on to. Now the water temperature here is like for a little baby's bath. You're not wanting to feel a tremendous difference in temperature when the water's running on your wrist. Okay, and you can see that's just almost up to the first digit. And I'm going to very gently just put his back in first. And then you see he's on the towel, but he's still floating. And he's enjoying that. And he's got the towel here if he wants to jump up on something. And I just keep moving the water around, okay, until he gets the feel of it. And patting him and stroking him, getting him accustomed to having his little hands held. It's so funny. Look at him. He's like a spider with 4 legs missing. So you give a hand every now and again. Let him learn to come to a hand for comfort. And then you take him out for a minute, and then let him go back in on the towel. And they can jump, so be prepared. See, when he's on the towel now, he feels a little happier. It is really important that they have their baths at least once or twice a week, 3 times being best. He's actually drinking water right now. He's got his little face in the towel, and he just took a few sips. And he's got his little mouth and his little face snuggled right down in the towel's curves, if you can see that. And he's as happy as can be. This is the difference that the towel makes. And because there's so little water, it's starting to get a little cool. So I'm just going to run a little more water and let him get accustomed to the noise. Okay. Hey, Bubba. He's as happy as can be. Hello. Get accustomed and have him tolerate you holding and rubbing his little feet. When they're shedding, it's crucial that you do this during the bath. They can actually lose toes. If the shed only comes off part way down the foot, part way down the toe, and then doesn't continue to come all the way off, he'll grow and the shed will constrict and literally stop the flow of blood down to the bottom of his toes, and they can lose toes that way. This is all part of socializing. Holding their little hands, their little arms, manipulating them in a gentle but firm way. Okay? Bending and straightening their little legs, working all the way down the tail. holding their little legs, letting them go hand to hand. He's a sprite. Look, he's basking because he's nice and warm in here. He's a happy little guy. He's not opening his mouth to bite me. He's just a happy, temperatured little guy. Okay, and I'll just leave him in here with his little chin up on there, because sometimes, I mean, they're not that smart. They're not always the sharpest crayons in the box. And they can stick their faces down and start to breathe deeply, and then you've got a little drowned dragon on your hands. You never leave them alone, not even for a second. Go to the dollar store, pick up a little tub like this. Literally, it was $1.25. I also bought some old face cloths and some old towels. And these will just be his. These are his towels. Nothing else gets used for them. So that I know that there's no weird stuff in it. And he's not going to get weirded out when different colors come at him. These are the colors that he's accustomed to. He'll travel with these towels and everything. It's also, I'm going to show you the movement of my hands like that. The two thumbs, not the thumbs, but the fingers working like that. And that's the last thing, one of the last things I'm going to do in the bath, on his belly. You can see him going, I'm holding my thumbs just at the tops of his little arms in there, and then very gently just stroking his belly, side to side, and then down. Just moving my fingers down his belly. This will help stimulate a bowel movement. It will help with impaction if he's impacted. You just do that a little bit. You can see he's not fighting. It feels good. I'm not doing it hard. They're like little bowls of jello at this age, so it might look like I'm really moving it around, but it's the slightest little touch. And he's such a happy little guy. Now, unfortunately, if I told you the age of this little guy, you would be very, very surprised. He actually belongs to a young friend who got him as a gift in the spring. Or no, he got him from his mom and dad in the spring. And he's actually about 5 months old, and he really should be at least 3 to 4 inches larger than he is now. I'm going to, sit down and talk to the little guy that owns him and help him to figure out how best to remedy the situation of not enough light, not enough heat light, and not enough UVA, UVB for this little guy. And therefore his appetite is not what it should be, and his body is not able to process food properly. He's also not getting enough of the live feeders. He's getting a lot of carrot, unfortunately, and a little bit of spaghetti squash now and again. So we'll have a little talk and see, so that the young man understands the importance. I might even ask to adopt him for a month or so and keep him, and the young man can come over and visit with him, because it's really important that he gets a healthy start. Look at this little guy. His eyes are just closed. Look at how relaxed and happy he is. He's one happy little lizard. His name is Mikey, but we can see that the one bump there tells me that this is a girl. It's a girl. So I don't know what they're going to change the name to. So I'm going to take him out of this bath. It's probably been about 5 minutes, and this is why it's so important to do it a couple of times a week. And he really will enjoy it. This has been a very positive experience. So I take him right from there, keep him in my hand, put him in a towel, keep holding him. This is all part of him learning to be wrapped up and happy being wrapped up and held. This is all part of socializing. Okay, he'll keep warm in here, he'll dry off. And this is a perfect time when he's so relaxed and calm, to unwrap him gently a few minutes from now, and check him over, check his fingers closely, check his feet. He hasn't shed for a long time, so this tells me he's not growing, and therefore his diet and his cage, his vivarium I should say, needs to be changed up drastically. Okay, look at how happy he is. He could just go to sleep right now. Okay, Bubba. Now I'll show you my other buddy. This, by the way, this tub needs to be washed. The face cloth needs to be washed well with regular soap and hung to dry. The tub, I usually use a disinfectant to rinse it out, and then I wash it with hot soap and water, and I let it air dry. Also, in the summer, it's really, really, really good if you can put it outside in the sunshine for 4, 5, 6 hours, because the sun itself, just the sun, can really get rid of a lot of problems, parasites, bugs, germs, bacteria. Now, if you'd like to come and see my guy, my buddy, here is Beastie Boy, watching Antiques Roadshow with the sound off. It's okay, he doesn't speak English anyhow. He's from Australia and they talk funny down there. This is Beardy, my beardy Beastie. Hello. Beastie could have little Mikey for lunch, just so that you can compare sizes here. Mikey's wrapped up way in here somewhere. Where are you, buddy? Don't turn your Beardy upside down. They don't breathe well when they're on their backs. That's the difference in size. Look at these old frog legs that he's got. So that's the difference between Mikey and Beastie. Look at this. Look at the difference. You scratch my back, and I'll scratch yours. This is good socializing for them as well. Beastie is very, very happy meeting our clients when they come and they bring their pets, whether they're geckos or turtles or lizards or whatever they might be. Lots of my customers bring their little pets along. Now I can sense that from the little tip of the tail and from the way he's starting to flatten himself and hold his head that Mikey's waking up, coming back to life from the relaxing spa treatment he just had. And I'm going to check his little fingers and his little hands underneath as well as on top. I'll hold him in different areas, move his arms and legs around. Again, this is all part of socializing. This is all stuff that the vet's going to do when he goes to the vet or when she goes to the vet. It's all part of stuff that he has to be tolerant of. Okay. Now, he's been eating very well here. Pardon? Okay, so he's going to say bye-bye. This is not submissive waving. I'm waving for him, and Beastie's saying bye-bye. And Beastie and his buddy are going to hang out for a little while. Bye-bye. Talk to you soon.